Proton VPN has been around for a while now, and in 2026, it's still one of the most talked about VPNs on the internet. But here's the thing. Most people who look into Proton VPN aren't just looking for a regular paid VPN. They're asking a very specific question. Is the free version actually good enough, or is it just a trick to get you to pay? And if you do pay, is it actually worth it compared to everything else out there? That's exactly what we're going to answer today. Honestly, no fluff, including the real downsides that most sponsored reviews conveniently forget to mention. Let's start with a little background on Proton, because this matters more than people think. Proton is a Swiss company, founded in 2014 by scientists from CERN. They didn't start as a VPN company. They started with Proton Mail, an encrypted email service, and the VPN came later as part of a bigger privacy ecosystem. The fact that they're based in Switzerland is a big deal, because Switzerland has some of the strongest data protection laws in the world, and it sits completely outside the jurisdiction of the Five Eyes Surveillance Alliance. The company is also in the process of transitioning into a non-profit organization, which further cements their commitment to privacy over profit. So right from the start, Proton has a structural privacy advantage that a lot of other VPNs simply don't have. Now let's talk about the free plan, because that's what makes Proton VPN genuinely unique in this space. Most free VPNs are either dangerously bad for your privacy, painfully slow, or they cap your data after a few hundred megabytes. Proton's free plan does none of that. There are no data limits whatsoever. It's free forever, not just a trial. You get no ads inside the app, and they maintain the same no logs policy on the free plan as they do on paid. That's actually remarkable. The catch is that you're limited to one device at a time, you get medium speeds rather than the highest tier, and you can only connect to servers in 10 countries, and those countries are randomly assigned. You don't get to choose. Streaming, torrenting, and the malware and ads blocker are also not available on the free plan. So it's genuinely private and genuinely unlimited in terms of data, but it is limited in flexibility and speed. And here's something worth being upfront about. The free plan servers are almost always heavily crowded. Because so many people use it, you can expect slower loading times and some lag compared to what you'd get on a paid plan. So while it's the best free VPN from a privacy standpoint, the experience isn't going to be as smooth as a paid subscription. For someone who just needs basic privacy protection on a budget and doesn't need to stream or torrent, it's still one of the best options out there. But go in with realistic expectations. If you want to step up, there are two paid options. You can use the link in the description to get the best Proton VPN discounts I could find. This could save you serious money, so make sure to check it out. Now the first paid plan is VPN Plus, which on a 2-year plan comes in at $2.99 per month. That gets you the highest speeds, access to over 15,000 servers across more than 120 countries, full streaming support, P2P and BitTorrent support, the malware and ads blocker, and protection for up to 10 devices simultaneously. You also get priority support with live chat. For a VPN-only plan, $2.99 a month on a 2-year commitment is genuinely competitive pricing. The second option is Proton Unlimited at $7.99 per month on the same 2-year plan. This is where it gets interesting because you're not just paying for a VPN anymore. Proton Unlimited gives you premium access to the entire Proton ecosystem. That's Proton VPN, Proton Mail, Proton Drive with up to 500 gigabytes of storage, Proton Calendar, and Proton Pass, which is their password manager with premium features including secure sharing, integrated 2-factor authentication, unlimited aliases, and dark web monitoring. The private inbox upgrade alone gives you 15 email addresses, unlimited folders and labels, and support for 3 custom email domains. If you're already paying for a password manager or encrypted cloud storage separately, Proton Unlimited starts to look like a very smart bundle. Now, let's talk about what actually makes this VPN good beyond the pricing. Security-wise, Proton uses AES 256 encryption, a 4096-bit RSA key exchange, and HMAC with SHA-384 for message authentication. They also use perfect forward secrecy, which means the encryption keys from each session are thrown away after use. So even if someone somehow got hold of a key later, they couldn't use it to decrypt past sessions. All Proton VPN servers use full disk encryption as well. The no logs policy has been independently audited multiple times, and the audit reports are publicly available. On top of that, all of Proton's apps are completely open source, meaning anyone, security researchers, developers, regular users, can look at the code and verify that nothing shady is happening in the background. That level of transparency is genuinely rare in this industry. In terms of features, the paid plan includes a kill switch that cuts your internet connection if the VPN drops. so your real IP address never gets exposed. There's NetShield, which is their built-in ad, tracker, and malware blocker that works at the DNS level. And it was recently upgraded to also detect and block phishing attacks, which is a nice addition. There are secure core servers, which route your traffic through multiple servers in privacy-friendly countries like Switzerland and Iceland before it reaches its destination, adding an extra layer of protection. There's also a VPN accelerator feature that Proton claims can boost speeds by up to 400%. And while you probably won't see that exact number in real-world use, it does make a noticeable difference, especially on long-distance connections. And for torrent users specifically, Proton includes port forwarding, which is something most VPNs don't offer, and it genuinely improves your upload and download speeds for peer-to-peer traffic. Now here's a genuine con that's worth mentioning. Unlike many top VPNs that have moved to RAM-only servers, where data is automatically wiped every time the server restarts, Proton still uses regular servers with full disk encryption instead. To be fair, full disk encryption achieves a very similar outcome in terms of keeping your data inaccessible to outside parties, but RAM-only servers are considered the current gold standard in the industry, and Proton hasn't made that switch yet. It's not a deal breaker by any means, but it is something that more security-conscious users will notice. On the speed side, Proton is fast, but it's not the fastest. In multiple independent speed tests, NordVPN and Surfshark consistently come out ahead of Proton. The gap is small enough that you won't feel it during everyday browsing, streaming, or even gaming, but if raw speed is your absolute top priority, there are faster options out there. I've included the best discount links I could find to NordVPN and Surfshark in the description, in case you wanted to check them out. Proton supports WireGuard, which is the best tunneling protocol available right now in terms of balancing speed and security, and the VPN accelerator does help close the gap. But the honest truth is that Proton sits just behind the very fastest providers on the market. Another thing to keep in mind is the simultaneous connections limit. Proton caps you at 10 devices per account. For most households, that's perfectly fine, but some competitors have started offering unlimited simultaneous connections. And if you have a large family or a lot of devices, that cap might feel restrictive compared to what else is available. Streaming works well on Proton, but it's not perfect across the board. Not every server location supports streaming, so you may need to specifically look for streaming-optimized servers rather than just connecting to any server in a given country. The major platforms and country libraries are covered, but if you're trying to access something more niche, you might run into some trial and error. The same applies to torrenting. Not every server supports P2P, so you'll need to filter for P2P optimized servers specifically. The app itself also has a bit of a learning curve, particularly for beginners. It has a techie feel to it. There's an interactive server map, server load indicators, specialty server categories, and a range of settings that can feel overwhelming if you're new to VPNs. It does walk you through the main features after installation, and once you spend a little time with it, everything becomes clear. But it's not quite as immediately intuitive as some of the more beginner-friendly VPN apps out there. The app is available on Windows, macOS, Linux, Android, iPhone and iPad, Chromebook, and as browser extensions for Chrome and Firefox. There's also support for Android TV, Apple TV, and Fire Stick, which covers pretty much every major platform you'd want. So, is Proton VPN the best freemium VPN in 2026? Here's the honest answer. If you're looking purely at the free tier, yes. It's the most trustworthy, most privacy-respecting free VPN available right now. No data caps, no ads, no logs, backed by a company with a genuine track record. The limitations are real, but they're fair, and the crowded servers are a real trade-off you need to accept. If you're looking at the paid plans, VPN Plus at $2.99 a month is excellent value for a privacy-first VPN with a massive server network. And if you're someone who cares about their entire digital privacy stack, email, storage, passwords, and VPN, Proton Unlimited at $7.99 a month is one of the smartest all-in-one privacy subscriptions you can get anywhere. The people who might want to look elsewhere are those who need the absolute fastest speeds on the market, those who want RAM-only servers as a hard requirement, or those who need unlimited device connections. For these people, NordVPN and Surfshark are better options. But for the vast majority of people watching this, Proton VPN is not overhyped. It's one of the few VPNs that actually lives up to what it promises, and the fact that you can start completely for free with no credit card required makes it one of the easiest recommendations in this space. Make sure to use the discount link in the description to unlock all the Proton VPN features at the best price I could find. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.